You're listening to The Edge 88.1. That was Stuttering by Fifi Dobson. In a couple of minutes, we have Andy with the forecast. However, on that note, I just want to remind everyone who's driving to and from Grandview to be very safe on the interstate and side roads. Please keep in mind around the Grandview area that the snow ordinance is in effect, so do not park on the streets. Otherwise, you will get a ticket and plowed into and buried underneath the snow. On top of that, the next song is the newest single by Pink. You're listening to Edge 88.1.
This is DJ Andy working with the weather today. I want to give you a quick forecast. Again, today looking at sunny and a high of 82 is what I'd like to be saying, but unfortunately, if you have stepped outside of your house, taken a look outside at all, praise the weather, you know that's not the case. As of right now, looking at about 2 to 4 inches. Much more coming tonight. Make sure you're bundling up, staying warm, of course staying safe, drive safe as always, and make sure that you have plenty of food and the homework is done. Never know, class might be canceled, but if it's not, we're still coming in tomorrow doing the party thing. Make sure that's done as well. Gonna go ahead and get back to the music. Kicking off next is Party All Night with Sean Kingston. And again, Edge 88.1, this is DJ Andy and Amara here talking a little bit today actually about some anti-Valentine's Day happenings, because as we all know, again, Valentine's Day coming up in just a couple weeks, but generally we try to think of things outside the box and what's really against Valentine's Day. For example, we were having a conversation, what's harder to get rid of, an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend? Amara?
Well, being a girl, I want to blame it on the guys, but I know, from my experiences, the girls are just so clingy sometimes, they're hard to get rid of. They're either texting you or calling you.
Non-stop.
Exactly.
No, and I agree to that, but I have seen some very clingy guys, too, actually. The guys that, they got the sniffles, they're sobbing uncontrollably. Jill, why don't you love me? Those type of guys, and I think those are actually somewhat a little bit more difficult to get rid of than the, crazy off-the-wall females, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. We're curious what you think as well. If you have any comments, questions, call us 263-2985. We'll go back with more music here, Edge 88.1. Coming up next is Emily Arnsmith with Lovesick. And that was Sarah Evans with A Little Bit Stronger. This is Edge 88.1 KDPS. Again, talking about Valentine's Day, anti-Valentine's Day, all that apply. Here's somewhat of a cute little love story for you Valentine's Day people. In Minnesota, I believe, in Cottage Grove County, an older woman by the name of Jenny McCauley actually won the lotto a month after her death. Basically, her and her 3 friends from Cub Foods would, go play the lotto every week. Her husband got the call shortly after her death, about a month later, that she had won a third of $45,000. As he says, she always gets the last word. More to come with that here in just a minute. Again, kicking back to the music, and this is Cher with You Haven't Seen the Last of Me on Edge 88.1.
You're listening to the Edge 88.1. This is Amara, and you just got done hearing You Haven't Heard the Last of Me from Cher. Well, keeping it with the Valentine's Day theme, I kind of wanted to suggest some movies that couples can go out and see. Now, one movie that is in the theaters right now, it's called No Strings Attached. It has Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman, and I think they do a wonderful job in this movie. It's kind of one of those can we do friends with benefits type thing, and they end up falling in love, so it's a really good movie. Another couple movies, obviously you gotta do Valentine's Day, again featuring Ashton Kutcher. The Notebook, of course, you can't go wrong with The Notebook. It's Complicated with Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin. Pretty good. Older couple, pretty good. So, those are some movies you should go see in Valentine's Day. Again, you're listening to Edge 88.1. You're listening to the Edge 88.1. That was New Year's Eve by Snoop Dogg. Keeping up with our Valentine's Day, not so Valentine's Day theme. Andy, got a question for you.
Yeah, what's going on?
We talked about which sex is more likely to creep on you. Have you had any creepers?
Everybody has had their creepers. I mean, let's be real. The one that I think comes to mind right now is probably I actually had a lovely lady in class that kind of, creeped up on me. Somehow, yeah, I'm dumb. Managed to get my phone number, and then continued to creep, and continued to creep, and creep, until I just had to let her go. But, I mean, I think that's about the basic. What about you? I'm sure everybody has a creeper story.
Yes, I started dating when I was in 6th grade, which,
6th grade?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, my first boyfriend, let's just say he got kicked out of school. Doesn't matter why. Well, he was sending me letters, and I decided, I don't want to be with this guy anymore. He's not going anywhere in life. Well, I sent him a breakup letter.
You did that in 6th grade. I love it. I love it.
Dear John letter, break up with him, and I get a letter back proposing to me. And,
really?
Yeah. Encased in the envelope is a ring. I could not believe it.
Did he actually spend a decent amount of money on the ring,
no,
or was it out of a vending machine?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess the effort's still there. You know what I mean?
Who could say in their college career that they have been proposed to in 6th grade?
By even before 7th grade. That's awesome.
All right, back to the music. You're listening to Edge 88.1. You're listening to Edge 88.1. That was Love, Love, Love by Hope. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I love ice cream and I love to help people. This Saturday, Ankeny Dairy Queen is sponsoring a Meals from the Heartland event. Beforehand, go to Ankeny High School, 11 to 2, and help pack up meals from the hurricane victims. After that, stop by the Ankeny Dairy Queen, enjoy a tasty treat. For every blizzard they sell, they're going to donate $1 to Meals to the Heartland. Again, that's this Saturday from 11 to 2.
And again, that was Edge 88.1 KDPS. This is DJ Andy working out with you. You're all in the market, for a brand new car, and you want to help somebody out while you're looking. Ankeny Ford has you hooked up this weekend. They are sponsoring a special benefit, Shoes That Fit, of course, from 9 a.m. to noon. Why test drive when you can walk for charity? Of course, they're having a special benefit for the Shoes That Fit benefit. Any minivans, or you can test drive any new minivan. They're going to donate $25 to that cause. Of course, bring the kids. You can get, Iowa Cubs socks, or, even a chance to go to Florida, all expenses paid. More to come on that here in a minute. This is Edge 88.1 KDPS, coming back with One Republic and Secrets. And again, that was the Edge 88.1 KDPS. This is DJ Andy and DJ Amara. That was Michael Franti with The Sound of Sunshine. I know we are all looking for some sunshine at this point. Wish we had some. In case you've missed us, we've been talking about some Valentine's Day happenings here, and we were just discussing pretty much the worst thing that's ever happened on a Valentine's Day. Amara, do you have a worst Valentine's Day story?
Of course, who doesn't? When I was in middle school, my boyfriend at the time decided that he didn't want to date me anymore. And instead of walking over to me, he sent his friend over who said, "Oh no, you're dropped."
Oh, that is cold busted. That is absolutely messed up. How? Not even a text message, not even a letter. Not that a text message is any better at that point, but wow. That is craziness. So, was there any repercussions? Did you do anything in that situation?
Just let it be. Not a big deal.
You didn't drop him? Didn't get any vengeance? Well, there's always room in the future. We're going to talk more about some bad Valentine's Day happenings here in a moment. This is Amara and Andy, Edge 88.1, coming right back with Brad Paisley, and of course, this is country music. We are playing everything we want to hear, but we don't disclose, we don't keep out. Again, if there's something you want to hear, give us a call, 263-2985 on the Edge 88.1 KDPS, coming back with Muse and Undisclosed Desires.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Timmy?
I want to be an astronaut.
Like him?
Wow, it's famous astronaut Phil Armstrong.
Hi, kids.
And he's got Tang, too.
That's right. I've enjoyed Tang for years. In fact, it's helped make me the astronaut I am today.
Enjoy Tang, a healthy treat, packed with calcium and vitamins, because every growing body deserves Tang.
Man, Amara, I have a problem. I'm an artist, and I have all this work, but I can't figure out where to show it. What should I do?
Well, Andy, that's easy. The fine arts competition here at Grandview. They even have an outside judge coming in.
Wow, really? Well, when is it?
It's April 7th in the Viking Theater. Judging will be 9:30 to 1, and all Grandview art students are encouraged to compete. The best thing is, the work selected will hang in the gallery.
Awesome. I'm going to check that out.
You're listening to Edge 88.1 KDPS. This is Amara Andy, aka AA, recharging your batteries every Wednesday night, 11 to midnight.
Hey kiddies, what's going on? How are things in Radio Land?
Well, Andy, I have some very exciting news. You want to hear it?
I do. I'm always up for exciting news.
My sister is going to give the world a little baby girl sometime either tonight or right after midnight.
Nice! That's
Yeah.
awesome. Maybe we can actually count down over the air, like see, hey, 5, 4, 3, kind of like a New Year's countdown, only with a child.
Sounds great to me.
I'm all about it. We'll keep you updated, at least over through text message. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. I'm sure birth-related then.
Yes, obviously. I mean, that's exciting news. It's going to be my first niece.
Right, that's awesome. I have, too many to count. At least 3 right now. I think there might be some other ones running around somewhere. We're not sure, but I'll get back to you on that one at least. So, but we'll talk about birth stuff. We'll talk about, I actually have, since we're talking about, your niece being born, I actually have some stuff that, happened today on this date in history. Of course, we have some celebrity birthdays as well. Not necessarily on the strange factor like we were doing last time. We were on the addictions and chicks eating pillows and
Mascot costumes.
And
yeah, it just kind of got weird.
Yeah, did we talk about the girl that made the hair suit?
Yes, we talked
Yes.
about that. It was funny
Wow.
because we talked about the girl with the Thin Mints.
Right. I still talk about that, actually. I was talking about that at work.
Yeah, Girl Scout cookies are being handed out, and I told my mom to make sure that nobody got into her box of Thin Mints.
Exactly. They're a precious commodity right now, apparently.
Yeah, apparently you can just pick up a street sign and beat somebody.
Exactly. And self-defense, which is really funny because Iowa, I heard, is trying to pass a law now that you can pretty much just violently beat the crap out of somebody as long as you can prove self-defense. I didn't get all of it, so I'm probably a little unclear on the details there.
I think you're on the right track, though. I think I heard that.
Yeah, it was something really crazy, and all I can see is, just crime, chaos, just Grand Theft Auto all over again. But who knows? Maybe they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, we have some exciting stuff, as Andy mentioned. We're going to go through some phobias and, famous dates or famous celebrity stuff happening on March 2nd.
Right.
All right, so right now we're going to get back to the music with Sound of Sunshine by Michael Franti and Spearhead. Again, you're listening to 88.1 KDPS.
Shuffle Station. And again, kiddies, Edge 88.1 KDPS here, Des Moines. And we got some exciting news, in case you weren't listening as we were starting things off. Again, Amara, we have an official countdown, I believe. Am I correct?
I don't think you can officially have a countdown. In these
the ball's not
situations.
dropping. I'm sorry,
No.
I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
We're not ready to catch yet.
Okay. He's getting the glove on, at least, as we speak.
Pretty much, yes.
That's awesome. So, in case you didn't know, again, Amara's about to have a niece, right? Maybe, hopefully, within the next, let's say, 40 minutes or so.
Yes. We're aiming for March 2nd because, today is my boyfriend's birthday as well. So
Nice.
we're hoping that they're going to share.
What a happy little connection.
Yes.
Aww.
Well, you said last time that we had some celebrity.
I would say, yeah, actually, it's interesting that you mentioned that because not only is, I didn't know it was your birthday, your boyfriend's birthday, but it's Dr. Seuss's birthday. I mean, that's awesome. I think that's a great birthday to share with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? I remember when I was like 4th, 5th grade in elementary school, we had the Dr. Seuss Day. Do you remember having Dr. Seuss Day?
I actually do, yeah. In fact, surprisingly, I had a teacher, I'm a visual arts major, I had a teacher in my art class last semester read us Green Eggs and Ham. It was one of the best days in class ever. I loved it.
That is awesome. I love Green Eggs and Ham. My favorite Dr. Seuss book, though, is Hop on Pop.
Yeah, see, I forgot about that one, actually. That would be a good movie that they should make.
Yes.
I love Horton Horton Hears a Who, if I can even say that right.
I totally called dibs on reading Hop on Pop. But you know what? I think we should get back to that later. Let's get back to the music, Andy.
I'm okay with that, I guess. Coming back with Mike Posner and Please Don't Go on Edge 88.1 KDPS. Again, Edge 88.1 KDPS, DJ Andy and Amara. We're not going anywhere, at least, well, for another half hour or so. If you haven't been paying attention, if you're not listening, well, you should do so now. We just got a text message, apparently, saying that the nurse believes that the new delivery will be here before midnight at least.
Yes, yep. They're waiting for the doctor to arrive, and as soon as she gets there, the show's going to be on the road.
That's amazing. I didn't even ask, what's the name that she picked out?
Okay, her first name is Kira, and it's Gaelic. I think my sister said it means the saint, but she wasn't sure on that.
So, Kira Gaelic? If I could talk, that would help.
Kira is Gaelic, which means
But I mean, the name is Kira Gaelic?
No, it's Kira Lynn, but the first name is Gaelic, which is a language in Ireland.
Okay. And that's where I misunderstood, actually, when we were talking about that earlier. I was actually looking for, like, the name Gaelic, and all I could find was that it was just an origin itself for names. I had nothing. I'm like, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll come back with more on that one. That's a nice name, though. I really like that. How did she come up with that? Just curious.
Well, my sister's names and I all start with A. My mom starts with a K. So she wanted something different. We love celebrating our Irish heritage, especially, St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
But, she just kind of went through and found a name that she liked that was original, and not a lot of people use it.
I actually do think that's quite original. I haven't heard a lot of that. That's awesome. While we're talking about things that are happening today, and, well, have happened, will happen, that type of thing. Other birthdays, I guess. We already mentioned, Dr. Sue shares a birthday, hopefully, with your brand new niece. I found also the lead singer of Coldplay, Chris Martin. It's his birthday today as well. He's 34.
I doubt he's listening, but happy birthday.
He might be. You never know. We're a very popular, very exciting station.
Yeah.
Also, in music, Lou Reed and John Bon Jovi. I'm sure they're listening as well, partying with us, at least till midnight.
Lou Reed, trumpet player?
Lou Reed, I should know this. I'm drawing a blank. I might be drummer player, but I want to say percussion, actually. At least, like, instrument and more brass.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, jazz musician.
Yeah, I say at least jazz, but I'm not sure familiar with what instrument he plays. I'm not that inept, and I honestly haven't slept in, like, 3 days either, but,
Yeah, well, anyone else you got?
I actually did find Desi Arnaz, who was, of course, Ricky Ricardo in the ever-loving I Love Lucy show.
Lucy,
awesome.
I'm home.
Exactly. I can't even do the voice. It's my throat is dead. I'd try it. Maybe we'll try it next week.
Yes.
But those were the birthdays that I found at least today, and I believe Kevin and Dolly last show, they were talking how it was Justin Bieber's birthday this week as well. Not necessarily today.
It was yesterday, March 1st.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I'm totally, I have Bieber fever.
No, I don't by any means. But good luck with that, question mark. We'll just say that. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that she doesn't share the birthday with Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Personally,
my sister wasn't having that. She was like, no, not having it with Justin Bieber.
Right, I know my nieces actually, one of my nieces in particular, would love to share a birthday with Justin Bieber. I don't understand it, really, but hey, we don't judge, we don't join either, that type of thing. So, yeah, we're going to get back to the music again. We're going to talk more about, we haven't even talked about, we have phobias to talk about, we have other strange happenings today. We're still here for another half hour, hanging with us. Again, AA, recharging your batteries, please.
Every Wednesday night.
That's right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, totally cool.
We're coming back with the music. We have Days Difference and Speakers on the Edge, 88.1 KDPS.
You're listening to 88.1 KDPS, Andy and Amara, AA, keeping you recharged every Wednesday night, 11 to midnight. So you know, Andy, I was in the room before my sister started this process.
Right.
And
wonderful journey, if you will.
Yes. They pulled out a needle for an IV.
Oh.
I had a huge fear of needles. It was so hard to watch. I'm like, I can't even imagine right now. Like, I have it's needles first, snakes second, and then spiders last.
See, spiders somewhat bother me. Snakes don't really bother me that much. Well, small side note, I used to have a tarantula, since you mentioned those. My sister got me a pet tarantula, and kind of a crazy story. I went away maybe 5 days, and while I'm gone, something happened to the tarantula. I don't know exactly. When I returned, another tarantula had magically appeared, and had, well, I'm assuming mated with my tarantula, because it left half of my tarantula. And
oh, gross. I'm just getting shivers thinking about this.
Yeah, so I came home, and I forgot to mention, it was actually twice the size of my original tarantula. So I have no idea. I'm asking my roommates. I'm trying to figure out how this came about. Nothing. Still to this day, I have no idea. I think it's a mystery in modern science. But we'll get back to that in just a second. As far as the needles and see, it's funny because I have a lot of tattoos, piercings. I'm not a big needle fan at all. I don't do them. No. So I can imagine.
I would say I have one tattoo, and my parents, they knew I was going to get the tattoo, but they were surprised at how big the tattoo is.
Right.
Because I'm terrified of needles. And they always thought my sister was going to be the first one to get them. But, since I turned 18 before she did, I beat her to the chase. But, it's...
See, and it's quite interesting, because I know so many people that are the same way. They're like, I do not like needles. I mean, when it comes to medically inserting one into my arm, I freak out. But if I'm paying a person to insert 3 or 4 to get some color to my skin, then I'm all about it. I'm all kinds of excited.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to the music, but first I want to, make a correction. So we're talking about Lou Reed.
Right.
Today is his birthday, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
He's 67 today, actually. I didn't mention that earlier.
Lou Reed sang "Take a Walk on the Wild Side." He was also in the Velvet Underground, so that's his claim to fame.
And I knew he was in the Velvet Underground, but I couldn't remember specifics of instrument or anything, so I gotta play dumb and call dumb on that one. I'll eat the cake on that one. That was my bad.
Well, coming up next is a request for John Crippen. It's "The King of Anything" by Sarah Bareilles. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS.
Shuffle Station Des Moines. Again, Edge 88.1 KDPS. And if you've been listening so far, again, we appreciate the patience. I think we might actually have good news. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Amara?
Yes, I have a baby niece.
Yay!
Yep,
she was so exciting.
Born at 11:45. So happy birthday to Lance, my boyfriend, and welcome to the world, Kira.
Aw, happy birthday, boyfriend and Kira. That's awesome. What was the weight measurement?
They're
blood type?
still taking stats and stuff right now. So
right.
Hopefully we'll get that little update before we sign off in 15 minutes. But
there's still plenty of time.
Yes.
While we are talking about it, and again, congratulations. I think that's exciting.
Thank
we
you.
were talking about phobias. We haven't necessarily touched base on that yet, but I did want to mention to you, did you know that there's an actual fear of pregnancy?
No.
Yes. No, and I was thinking the same thing. And, well, mainly, let me back up real quick. We're just for our listeners out there, while we're talking about phobias tonight, mainly last time, we were talking about strange addictions again, talking about strange behaviors. Normally, that's kind of a theme that we're going to go for, trying to pick out some strange behavior, strange news, just weird, crazy stuff that keeps you entertained. So we figured, hey, let's throw some phobias their way tonight anyway. So, back to the fear of pregnancy, it's actually known as tocophobia, and I may be pronouncing that wrong, but that's how I have it here, is tocophobia. And if people get really debilitatedly scared over this, just almost in a ball crying if they think that they actually might be pregnant, which I just find absolutely interesting.
Yeah, I was just say, I don't think I've ever, going through this process with my sister, I've always heard so many interesting and fun stories and how exciting it is and how people miss that feeling of connecting to that part of their life, and I've never heard anyone fear it.
Well, and I mean, I guess I gotta throw out on the other hand of yours, I've heard the fun, I've heard the happy. I've actually heard the opposite. In fact, I have a friend right now who's, don't get me wrong, she loves her baby very much. She is so ready to be done being pregnant. She's so over the whole pregnancy thing. She basically is the type, I want baby now. I don't want, the whole pain and and the itchiness and all of that. So, but I mean, even then, I can't see being deathly afraid of it.
Like I could understand that. I could be like, certain aspects of it. I don't want to be shoved with a needle in my back.
Right.
I don't want to go through.
That's a legitimate fear.
Right.
That makes sense. I can understand that. For example, like, did you know that since we're talking about legitimate fears, here's one that actually I just love. It's, again, I may be pronouncing it mispronouncing it, incorrectly, but it's xanthophobia, which is the fear of the color or the word yellow. Right.
What?
Yeah, exactly. The fear of the yellow, like one of the primary colors, yellow. Which, and me being an art major, like, yellow is probably 90% in all of my work, and I don't know even how my art teachers would react if I went to them and said, I'm sorry, I'm deathly afraid. Right, I'm deathly afraid of yellow. I cannot put yellow in any of my work. I don't know what they would do at this point.
That's crazy, because yellow is my favorite color. I love yellow.
Right. See, and I thought, there's no way this is true or real. I mean, we're looking at a color. How can a color hurt you? But even like on that Maury Povich show, they had a lady that was deathly afraid of mustard.
Huh.
I'm assuming it's along the same principle.
Yep.
We'll get back with more phobias and of course the birthing news and more info like that here in a moment. We're going to get back to the new single by Pink. Coming back at you, Edge 88.1 KDPS.
Shuffle Station. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS. Again, if you guys have been listening to us all hour long, which I hope you have, welcome to the world, my niece, Kira Lynn. And, happy birthday,
so amazing.
Lynn.
I'm really glad I got to share this with you. This is cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see my sister after this ordeal, but...
Yeah, no, I can imagine. And, it'd be nice if the new delivery was in here partying it up with us.
Yes,
but
for sure.
I'm sure she's, getting done being ungooey and all kinds of sad and angry right now, because she's actually here and she's nice and comfortable and warm. But anyway, before we go, we did want to bring just a couple more phobias to your attention, because everybody loves them some phobias.
Yeah, I was going to say, phobias are always interesting to hear.
Of course.
I don't know if you have this one, but I've heard that a lot of people suffer from the phobia of long words. Do you have that one?
It's funny that you mentioned that, and I had never heard of it until today, and even as I saw it, I really thought that somebody was, pulling my chain in a sense. But then I looked everywhere at dictionary.com, and I looked at a couple other, and apparently this is real. And I want to apologize if I messed it up, because it's like 365 letters long. Okay, it is pronounced hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia, which again is the fear of long words. And that to me sounds pretty short, sweet, to the point. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, not ironic by any means.
Like, 35 letters?
2, 4, 6. Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
carry the 2. I got,
carry
maybe
the 2.
400 right now, something like that. I don't know, long enough to, it's a small paragraph.
I was going to say that word takes you a year to pronounce.
Exactly. But fear of long words is the definition of that. I think that's irony in its best.
Oh,
that
for
is
sure.
amazing. One other one while we're talking about it that I found was just absolutely wonderful was the fear of being eaten, like chomp chomp somebody's going to eat you.
Oh, okay.
That's pronounced phagophobia.
Phago.
Phobia. Like if you're, as they have the juggalos or the ICP fans. Those people are special. The ICP band has this, Faygo soap soda, not soap, pop. It's spelled Faygo.
Oh, you know what? I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, this is actually spelled Phago. So like the fat, pH fat. Yeah. But still along the same fear of being eaten.
Do you have something for clowns? Do you know the
clowns or clouds? Other than clowns are... Well, I actually do have a phobia of clouds, believe it or not. Like a fear of clouds. nephophobia. I didn't necessarily look for clowns particularly, mainly because, believe it or not, I actually have a little bit of that phobia.
My sister does too.
Yeah,
That's a common one.
They creep me out. I can't do it. I know they're supposed to be happy and friendly. They don't seem happy and friendly. They seem scary, creepy, and mean to me. So I understand that phobia. I actually do.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get back to the music, and we actually got to sign off for the evening.
Sadly. It's been a great night.
I know. But we will be back next Wednesday. Same time, same bad channel. Have a good one, ladies and germs. We're out of here, getting back to the music on Edge 88.1.
You're listening to Amara and Andy, AA, recharging your batteries every Wednesday night.